Badass ITV. Badass ITV. Badass ITV. Badass ITV. Badass ITV.
What's up, family? It's Chris, and you're watching Badass ITV. I have my dad with me again today.
The coach of all coaches.
And you guys already know the deal's finna get right into it. This is another one from Emo Row. They comment a lot, but because you guys, I know you're probably tired of hearing me say their name, but anyway, It said, react to this video about, what they said, a town, did they say Australian town? Pronounced Coober Pedy, something like that. And this title says, this bizarre Australian town is impossible to find unless you know where to look.
Okay.
So there's nothing more to say. We're going to get right into the video.
That seems kind of scary. You can't find your town on the map. Hey, I'm in this town. I can't see you on the map, bro. Where you at?
Well, then you only come if you know where to look.
Now I'm gonna put you in GPS. GPS can't find you.
You don't come unless you know where to look.
Okay.
So we're going to get right into the video. Before we do, you guys already know the deal. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Hit that notification bell to get a notification when I upload, and subscribe to join the family.
But as always, the coach will not take care of you financially. He will not do it. But
He will give you good advice. Now let's get into the video.
This bizarre Australian town is impossible to find unless you know where to look. Few earthly environments are as formidable and unlivable as our deserts. Scorchingly hot during the day, often frigid at night, it's the sort of habitat that takes a strong body and a resourceful mind to endure. Still, outside of snakes and scorpions, what sort of thing would choose to live somewhere like that? As it so happens, there are some folks brave enough to do so, but you'd have to head to Australia's outback to find them. Not only that, you'd have to look underground.
Oh, nope, doing too much already.
hold on. What is he saying? They live underground?
They just say you have to look underground.
Oh, so that's why you won't find it if you're looking for it. It's underground. Wow.
Miles away from any reasonable place to live in southern Australia lies its infamous outback. The region is known for its treacherous terrain, suffocating heat, and dangerous animals. Not only that, but deep inside its
Why would you want to live there in treacherous heat and dangerous animals?
And big holes in the ground.
Red Plains is the town of Coober Pedy. No, literally, the town is inside of them. Well, most would never think to look for people here. The town is home to nearly 1,700 residents. What sets these hardy folks apart, however, isn't just that they choose to live somewhere hot, but that they went about turning an unlivable patch of earth into a home.
That's so funny how they turned it into a house.
And it's nice, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say it looked like a little hotel or something.
It's nice.
Region of Australia's outback, summer highs can regularly reach temperatures of 104 degrees. In order to avoid that sort of brutal heat, the founders of Coober Pedy decided to build the town somewhere the temperature wouldn't bother them. That's right, it's beneath the ground. Just like any other old town, Coober Pedy is full of homes, beds, televisions, all the usual items. The difference is, of course, that the entire community is underground. The town consists of miles and miles of man-made tunnels that weave underneath the sweltering red earth, much like an ant colony of sorts. There's even a hotel for adventurous tourists. Only Coober Pedy isn't some gimmick built to bring in tourists. No, it's a genuine town with a heck of a history. And it all began way back in 1915 with a father and son who were in search of a fortune. The story goes that this father and son were in search of gold, which led them to this particular area of the outback. Sadly, they never found the treasure they were looking for, but they did uncover quite a bit of opal. After the stone became popular across the world, with Coober Pedy as the primary provider, the miners decided they needed to set up permanent shop. Instead of building above the earth, however, they sought shelter beneath it.
That is smart.
Wow.
They're like, oh, it's really hot. Well, let's make it underground.
Right, where the earth is cool.
Yeah.
The earth is not hot. Wow. That's very innovative, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Petey.
These days, the town is home to about 1,500 homes, which are referred to as dugouts. While some buildings exist on the surface, the vast majority of the town still exists underground. The somewhat bizarre name of the town comes...
Do they got signal? Like for phones?
Yeah, I mean, how you get a signal underground?
That's
the
what I'm
one
saying,
thing that stops
underground.
it. That's the one thing that stops it is ground. I would love to know more. I'm interested.
from an Aboriginal term, Kupa Piti, that means boy's water hole. To this day, there are just shy of 300 Indigenous Australians living there. These days, the town relies as much on the tourism industry as it does on opals. Still, it's the largest opal mining operation in the world, and the town takes a great deal of pride in their unusual origin story. These incredibly neat dugout homes aren't the only things inside the red plains of Coober Pedy, though. The residents have built a beautiful church there, as well as several restaurants and shops. For the visiting reader, there's a bookstore that houses all sorts of literature about the town itself. This is just one of the many ways in which Coober Pedy is like any other town in the world. After all, where else can you find an underground bookshop? Not only that, but there's a jewelry store in the town. In all likely, it's home to some of the best opal in all the world. A good bit of it was probably mined very recently, too. As any town worth its weight should, Coober Pedy is also home to a local watering hole. Here, patrons can settle down, enjoy some pints together, and swap mining and traveling stories. Though it might seem just a bit strange, the town actually has its own golf course. The residents typically choose to play the game in the cool of the night using glow-in-the-dark golf balls. Though it might be one of the most unusual towns on the planet, Coober Pedy clearly has a lot to offer. What do you think? Are you ready to book your adventure to this underground town?
I don't know.
It must be pretty odd to live underground, but the people of Coober Pedy make it work. Not only that, they actually make it look pretty neat.
Well, I don't know. Am I ready to book? I'm interested.
Yeah, it looks like it's a regular town, but like I said, do they have signal? That's the only thing stopping me.
And number two, how far underground? How far underground? I mean, am I going a mile? Am I going 2 miles? How do you get water down there?
It just said there's a watering hole.
No, a watering hole is for drinking. That's what that means.
So that mean they take the water down to their house?
No, that means that's just a watering hole is a drink where guys drink at. That's what a watering hole is. It's where you drink.
What do you mean?
Liquor. A bar.
Oh,
A
I
bar.
thought it was actual water.
No, it's a bar. That's what a watering hole is, a bar.
Why is it called that?
Because back in the day, liquor was called fire water. So it's a watering. It's called fire water. Back in the day. It's
Well,
called fire
man, I
water.
have no idea how they get water.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on. It's like, I mean,
Well,
and,
they have to get water because they've been living
and where you
there.
take your trash out.
You'll have to live off of water.
Right, but where you take your trash at?
And what about using a bathroom?
Right. Well, I'm sure they got wherever the water is, they piping it in. But I'm just saying, where you put your trash at? Because we take the trash to the streets and just throw it out in it. All right. Yeah.
This is the end of the video, guys. If you want to see it by yourself, the link is down in the description below. And so is my social media. Add me, follow me. You already know the deal. But since this is the end, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Hit that notification bell to get notification when I upload. And subscribe to join the family.
But as always, we want you to do 2 things. Subscribe and to join the family. Subscribe.
It's the same thing.
Subscribe, meaning we need you to subscribe, and then we need to get somebody else to subscribe. So we need all the new people to go out and bring one more person in. So if it's 100 of y'all, bring me in 100 each. You know, each person bring me 1, right? And we appreciate that. Number 2, financially, the coach will not take care of you.
But he will give you good advice. See you guys in the next video.